And since then, we have lived with our family in their house. We didn't pay for anything for almost a year, and it was a rough start, but again, I consider myself lucky. I keep thinking, what would have happened if my family had not purchased a home? What would have happened if I came here all by myself? I recently learned that undocumented families perceive certain neighborhoods to be off limits, not only because of financial constraints, explicit legal impediments to their tenure, or individual racial preferences, but also because they perceive them as high risk. Most sample households agree that law enforcement patrols areas with white majorities in order to exclude Black, Indigenous people of color, specifically the undocumented. And much unevenness in homeownership rates and integration patterns across immigrant groups. Asian immigrants, for example, have higher homeownership rates and live in more racially integrated neighborhoods than immigrants. Housing and social services provided by government occurs at the level of government in a small number of jurisdictions. Yet immigration policies are made at the national level. So why does this happen when it is predicted that immigrants and their children will be the primary source of the new housing demand in 20 years? Why does this happen when immigrants often receive higher cost loans and are targets of predatory lending? If government officials facilitate the access and the process of nationalization, here in the United States, the housing demand will rise and immigrants will be able to participate in the US economy. But it's not only about the economy, it is also about basic human rights. Because what about people that just wanted to move to the United States to look for a better future for themselves and their families? So if it's difficult to purchase a home for an American, imagine what it's like for an immigrant, especially someone that might be at the intersection of different social issues based on their identities, either or ethnicity, race, gender identity, sexual orientation, age, language, and accent. So what happens when we feel powerless? So what do we do when we feel we do not have a voice? And how do we activate our power? We could create an agency, a program, or even accessible information to help undocumented people navigate housing issues and accessibility. We can educate immigrants on their fair housing rights in a culturally appropriate way and train bilingual and bicultural staff members to adequately assist immigrants. And we can even share what this group have talked about for the past 6 weeks with government officials. What I consider the main value that this group has is diversity. So thank you.